Before I start this lesson, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, the bond to the apostles, the great millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to 144,000 men that's pushing and believing this word in all true sincerity and sacrifice our lives and wills to do so. Shalom to the men, women, and children that's tuning in and listening. And shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad on all four corners of the earth. The Heavenly Father name is Yahweh. His only begotten Son name is Yahweh Shai. And Lord, when this video is edifying, quick, and straight to the point. This video right here will be entitled, You YNs are going to experience the power of the Lord. And I titled this like this because recently there's been a lot of videos surfacing showing that those YNs in Chirac, Chicago, they bucking up against Trump. And we're going to see a massacre, and those YNs saying, "Oh yeah, Trump, don't send Joe, don't." What he said? The Department of War. He said, "Oh, y'all think y'all the Department of War?" And y'all Jake is talking shit, but we all know that at the end of the day, Trump, the Lord is controlling Trump to do what he's doing, and you dumb monkey Negroes gonna learn that. So, I'm gonna start off Isaiah chapter 10 real quick. Because Jake like to think they the shit. Little do they know. But this is Isaiah chapter 10 in verse 5. O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, the staff in their hands is my indignation. And yeah, this is written to the Assyrians back then. But the modern day Assyrians are what? These Edomites. Trump, Trump's the head of the executive office and the one that's making these calls and shots, but he's the whipping stick. But back in this verse, the Assyrians are the whipping stick of the Heavenly Father, That's an extension of the Heavenly Father's arm. He's disciplining his children Israel, regardless of what others may think or what others may like to believe. So from there, verse 6, I will send him against a hypocritical nation and against the people of my wrath. I will give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire in the streets. And yeah, that's what Trump is going to do over there in Chicago. And you notice how it's listing all Israelite predominant cities like LA with the Northern Kingdom. Now you had DC, the capital state of the United States. Now you got Chicago, Chirac, with a lot of Northern and Southern Kingdom there. Northern Kingdom gangs there. So we're going to see, and we're seeing what Trump using his his God-given authority from the Heavenly Father to be shown down and showed, and we know we can't. And this is also prophecy too, because why? Jake like to buck up against the Heavenly Father thinking they the shit. Whole time the Heavenly Father has Jake in his trick bag. But this is who the Lord set up in these times to what? Rule. So I'm going to get this Romans 13 also. Because Jake like to think they could, you can't go up against Esau carnally. You're going to lose. That's not what we was given. We was not given we're a spiritual people before carnal. Always. So now, Jake like to use, now, granted, we are physically stronger than Esau, but Esau has the numbers advantage. He has the sword. So now what? It's to Esau's advantage because the Lord made it that way. We cannot deliver ourselves. Hence why Esau has, his birthright was given. It was a sword, but the Lord given us the power to faith and belief and trust into the Lord. For him to what? Deliver us. So this is Romans chapter 13 and verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of Yahweh. The powers that be are ordained of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai. So Trump is ordained to be in power in these times. That cruel Lord in Isaiah, he is ordained to be in power in this time. So what y'all talk about, y'all? What y'all talk about? Trump come. We are. You gonna see what it. Jake talking shit. They say, y'all the Department of War. Y'all gonna see how it gets down here. These YNs ain't gonna like it. Okay, you YNs gonna be hung by your fucking necks or your mama crying. Jake showing off where they got shot and shit at. Man, Jake's so damn simple-minded. Trump has tanks, bullets, rocket launchers, RPGs, nukes, laser weapons, chemical weapons, bioweapons. And y'all think y'all little what? Y'all think y'all little Glock's gonna do something to Esau? He has weapons that could turn corners. Like, come on now. Those switches and drones and all that. Nah, they ain't doing nothing against a sniper rifle or a machine gun. Like, come on now. And then not even that. Trump could really roll out a tank out on Jake. Well, then what? Got rocket launchers. Like, a 223 ain't gonna do nothing compared to a fucking nuke. But anyway, verse 2, whosoever therefore resisted the power, resisted the ordinance of Yahweh. Yeah, so Jake resisting the power of the Lord. So what? They resisted the power that's set up at these times. And now what? They resisted the Lord. So what? And they that resist shall receive this of damnation. So yeah, they're gonna get destroyed. They're gonna get their ass massacred. Because they don't trust in the Lord, they don't believe in the Lord, and they bucking up against the Lord. For the rulers are not a terror to good works. Actually, I'll jump down. Verse 4. But for he is a minister, which means he serves of Yahweh to thee for good. But if thou do not which do us like it, but if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. He beareth not the sword in vain. So Esau Edom bear not the sword in vain. So that means if you do something you shouldn't be doing, like robbing a bank, or no, I want to say robbing, murdering, slaughtering, and killing, you're asking for that judgment to be put upon you. For he is the minister of Yahweh, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. So yeah, that's evil. Y'all going against the government. Y'all going against the President Trump. So guess what? He's gonna send his military down there and get the busting doors and cracking doors in. They have martial law in DC. You could even go outside. And you know, Jake, I don't give a fuck. It's my house. All right, bet. They're going to come in your door. 5 motherfuckers deep. Putting pistols, putting guns to your head. Saying, surrender or your ass is grass. That's what we're dealing with right now. That's what y'all Jake's going to realize. So, I got that Romans 13. Okay. So yeah, y'all YNs, man, y'all in for a rude awakening. Y'all in for a rude fucking awakening. And y'all gonna learn the hard way to not go against the Lord. Every time somebody has went against the Lord, no matter heathen or Israelite, they paid for it. They paid for it. No matter, it ain't always result in death, but that's one of the main things, is resulting in death. Because why? You did not listen and hearken unto the Lord. You didn't do what he said do. So now, therefore, henceforth, what? You're going to be in the way, in the scope of the Lord. So from there, what else I had? Okay, yeah, I'm going to get to Genesis 27 too. Yeah, because we going back to the birthright and blessing too as well. It was written in the beginning of Psalms, man. Y'all don't know who y'all dealing with. So this is Genesis chapter 27 and what, verse 40? Yeah, verse 40. Let me see. Yeah, blessing. We talk about the blesser right now. So this is Genesis chapter 27 and verse 39. So Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Isaac had Jacob and Esau as sons, right? Twins. Now, this is what Isaac is about to say to Esau for his blessing. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from thy neck. And yeah, a key part of it is, by thy sword thou shalt live. And yeah, Esau Edom has the sword. And you know, Esau has had dominion over us for a very long time. Now the Lord is about to break that. The Lord's going to break that yoke from Jake. You know, because when Jacob's trouble happened, when Yahweh Shai comes, he's really going to break that yoke. We're really going to be putting our foot upon our enemies. Beginning with the Edomites, y'all gonna be going into hardcore slavery whether y'all like it or not. This is what we're dealing with. You know, Jacob about to, be in power. So if you like it or not, that's what it's gonna be. But mainly sticking to the point, Jake gonna learn. Jake and that rat gonna learn that the Lord has set up Trump in these days to be a terror, to push that MOTB. And he a perfect candidate. I don't see, realistically, you do not see no other candidate being fit for that role besides Trump. Now, he possibly can be the one that pushes the MOTB. All this stuff going on, like recently, what's his name? Charles Kirk or something like that? I think it was Charles Kirk. He was shot. They could use that as just targeting individuals. But this is the time we're living in. We're living in the last days. And Jake that ain't gonna get with the program, gonna die. And it's simple as that. You 2/3 had enough of y'all fun. Y'all had enough. Y'all had your monkey fun. So I'm going to grab this Isaiah 45 and then I'm going to close out. Because the Lord is in control of all of this. Jake ain't running shit. And y'all think just because y'all got some guns and tracers and shit and some beams on y'all guns, y'all going against the military. The military have way more advanced weapons than what y'all got. You realize the military get the cream of the crop. They get bombs, nukes, jets, tanks, ATVs, armor, and we ain't talking about no weak ass. We ain't talking about no whack little armor y'all got. We're talking about military grade weapons and armor that works much more differently and better than what the fuck we giving on the street, on the regular civilians are giving. So this is Isaiah chapter 5, and I start at Isaiah chapter 45, Salakia, and verse 5. I am the Lord Yahweh. There is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, thou hast not known me, that I may not, that I may know from the rising of the sun. Oh, not I. I'm tripping. Let me reread that. This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 6. The sun in my eyes. Slacky, y'all. I can't really see. This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 6. That they may know me from the rising of the sun from the west. That there is none else, none besides me. I am the Lord Yahweh. And the Lord reiterated that twice. And there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. So yeah, the Lord Yahweh set up Trump. The Lord Yahweh gave Trump the power. He kicked Trump out and then he let him back in. And he's going to let you monkeys be destroyed at Chirac, regardless if y'all like it or not. So, I ain't going to make this video too long. This is just something I was just seeing the video of. And, hey, the Spirit just hit me to do it. But Lord, one this video is edifying. Before I close out, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rokakodash. The Lord, one this video is edifying. And also next one, Shalom.